Sorry, I was working on my DeSantis smile. Anyways, the Satan II. Let's go ahead and back up. The Satan II is actually the Sarmat. Satan II is an unofficial name given to it by various media sources. Is this missile scary? Yes and no. Now, if you've been paying very close attention to this conflict, you'll realize that Russia often refers to their weapons as unstoppable. This is until, of course, they see combat or the enemy gets their hands on them and you find out they're not very good. But here's the thing about the Sarmat. Can we really gamble on it? Ultimately, everything they claim the Sarmat can do is something that the Minuteman III can do. The Sarmat claims over Mach 20. The Minuteman III that we have now is Mach 24. The Sarmat is capable of a little over 3,000 miles of range, so is the Minuteman III.
But my Sarmat can fire a bunch of little missiles inside big missile. He called MIRV.
Congratulations, guys. MIRV has existed for about 40 years, and the Minuteman III is also capable of MIRV. It's a type of early release submunition, or ERS. Although, to be fair, ERS happens inside the atmosphere, or endo-atmospheric, and MIRV usually happens exo-atmospheric, or outside the atmosphere. It stands for multiple individual reentry vehicle, so because they're re-entering the atmosphere. MIRV versus ERS. But I think the reality is that this isn't quite the flex that they think it is. Can you imagine, if you will, in modern combat, if the United States, let's say we got into a fight with the Taliban, if we started moving nukes and threatening to nuke the Taliban? Quite frankly, as an American, I would feel embarrassed if my country did something stupid like that. Don't get me wrong, any kind of nuclear war is ultimately the reset button for humanity, but could they eliminate us before we could do anything? No. There are over 300 publicly known about Minuteman III missiles staged all across the continental United States in nuclear-hardened bunkers. So what does that exactly mean? A nuclear-hardened bunker means that unless they hit it almost directly with a nuclear weapon, it's going to survive and still deliver its payload. The thing is, you gotta understand how information flows. If you're hearing about it, you probably shouldn't worry about it because something happened, somebody told somebody else, then eventually it got declassified, it was given to the news reported it to you, and now you found out about it. That's kind of how these things work. Now, if you hear nothing and giant fireballs traveling at Mach 24 start leaving Middle America, that's when I'd worry. All of this, coupled with the fact that I trust Russian engineering about as far as I can throw a Volkswagen, I'm not really too worried.